Good morning. We got a very special 10 minutes at 10 a.m. for you today. Thanks for watching. What we actually want to do today is, I'm going to first make an announcement. So this is going to be the last one for now. We're going to come to an end. It's just been led to put a pause on it, or just end it really for right now. So I'll go into that a little bit further later on. So I'm going to pack a lot into this, so stay tuned. We're going to have a good time today. Anyway, a lot of stuff. One of the things I'm going to share with you that we want to do oftentimes through our life is to just review what we have done. Take a time to take a step back. You know, we started this off with the whole thing about learning. Yes, you can learn every day. There's something we can learn, and there's something that I wanted to show you guys that I could share, and not just for me to show that, you know, I can learn something every day, but to show you what's possible. I really didn't know at the beginning how I'm going to get 10 minutes to speak on something every single day, but the Lord gives you opportunities to learn every day. Multiple opportunities. I really could have spoke about more stuff than I did, and I really at the beginning, I didn't even know how it was going to work, but we see how it works. So now it's not just for me, it's for you as well. But what I'm saying is, every once in a while, even as you might be learning and growing, it's important for us to take a moment to review what we've learned, because that really helps us to cement it into our minds, to take a time for there's two terms I heard. One is called active recall. So just recalling what you have learned, reviewing what you have learned, and also something else called spaced repetition. So you kind of space it out through time. So you might do a little bit today, review it, and then maybe a couple hours from now you can go over and review it again. This is an excellent way for you to really retain what you have learned. So again, we're going to be ending. Today's going to be the last day for the 10 minutes at 10 for now. And I'm really happy with what we've been able to do. Even looking at review, I've just think about some of the different things we've spoken about on here, and I really don't even remember all the things spoke, because every day was kind of something that was new. So even, just thinking back, but to me, the most special one to me was the first one, because it takes getting over that hump oftentimes in life for us to really move forward. So when I got over that first hump of, even not necessarily wanting to do it and just feeling so uncomfortable coming on here talking to you, that was the most important part. So yes, there's a lesson even in that. Oftentimes doing the thing the first time is going to be your hardest time to do it. So, get over that first one, and then you see it gets easier as you do it. And that's what we ended with too. It gets better. You get better at what you keep doing. So then just practice doing good things. So hopefully this was an example to you, to show you from my first one. I want to watch my first one again, see how I was, because I kind of know I was nervous, and it used to take a little minute to get myself together. But now, kind of coming on, it's not as much. It's just, I can come on and I can share and speak for probably much more than 10 minutes. So I have to cut it down to get to the 10 minutes. So anyway, take some time for a review of whatever lessons you've learned, so you can really cement it in. We're going to take we're ending it today. This is going to be the last day for now. But it's actually, even with ending, it's not like just a straight end. It's almost like with life. We're going to go into other things. We're going to go into something different. This is more of like a pattern interrupt. And that's another term which I don't think I got to share with you on here, that oftentimes, we get caught in so many different patterns in life. So intentionally interrupt that pattern, because if you keep doing the same thing, and maybe we don't even realize that we're doing the same thing over again, but if we keep doing the same thing, we're going to get the same exact results in life. And many of us want and feel and know that we should be doing more. So we have to interrupt that pattern that we've had in life and just put a break and do something different. And it gives us an opportunity for something else that's greater in our lives, something else that's going to be a different experience, something that's going to teach us some new lessons. So a pattern interrupt. So even as I'm stopping, these 10 minutes at 10, I'm not stopping. I'm just going to do something different. And this is another lesson I'm going to share with you in this. Something I learned about called mastery stacking. And now I'm not saying that I've mastered this. However, I've gotten a lot better at doing these live presentations. So once you get better at doing something, once you come to a level where you're good at doing something, and that you can move to something else, put that on the shelf. You've accomplished this, but now go to the next thing. All right. Don't get caught doing something over and over. And I've done that. I've done that in life. Just where you don't want to end something. You just get caught. You're doing something. You're in a place. You're around, in the same environment for a long time, longer than maybe you had to be there, but you just get kind of comfortable. But even if so the point is, when you've gotten to a level of quote unquote mastery, then put it on the shelf and learn to do and master something else. So with this is a perfect example of that as well too. I've gotten to the level, I'm good with this. I can come on live, I can talk for well over 10 minutes to you guys, and now I'm going to go and do something else. But I have this on the shelf, and it's kind of like riding a bike. So once you ride a bike, even though you may stop riding a bike for a while, you go back to it, and guess what? You can still do it. But now, after you ride a bike, then you want to learn, okay, let me learn how to drive a car. All right. And then after that, maybe you want to learn how to fly a helicopter or whatever. So once you've accomplished something, don't just get parked there. There's something I practice just about every day, and that's taking a cold shower. And there's so many benefits to cold shower, and you can look it up yourself. However, even going with the pattern interrupt and even the mastery stacking though, once I got to doing the cold shower, what I learned was it's not just enough to just do a cold shower. What you actually want to do is get your body to get that fluctuation in there. So I go from cold to hot, and then back to cold again, and then back to hot. So then your blood is kind of, for a moment it's thinking that it's cold, then it's hot. So it causes your blood to really move, and then kind of retract, and then move again and retract. So that fluctuation is actually what really helps your systems, even with the cold shower. So the cold shower in itself is good, but if you can get that fluctuation, cold to hot, that's what somebody taught me a couple of years ago, and it's really been more beneficial for me, and you kind of see the benefits of it. So again, the same thing with this, that don't get caught of just doing something. Even though it might be good, there's still better that's available for you. So there's a scripture that I know I've shared on here before, but with God all things are possible. All right, with God all things are possible. So hopefully, again, as you saw me do this, it wasn't just about me doing it. I just want to show you, even by example, what I was able to do from starting off with not knowing how to do it, not wanting to do it, not feeling comfortable doing it, but just show you as you do it, it gets easier and you get better at it. So hopefully you guys see that for your own lives and for your own selves of, yes, you start off, you're gonna, maybe embarrass yourself. Maybe you're gonna not feel good doing it. Maybe you're not gonna even perform well, but then you'll get better over time. So, you take that for yourself and see how you're going to use it in there. With God, you can do all things. That's what I was going to say. With him, I can do all things through Christ, but with him, with God, all things are possible. That's what I'm saying. So this we saw as one thing was possible for me. And now I'm like, okay, this was possible, but now what's next? All right, because all things are possible, not just one thing, not just Samuel coming on with Facebook Live and doing that. That's one thing, but all things are possible. So now I know, okay, I was able to do this, but what's the next? What's the next thing? What's the next up? So I'm going to the next thing. Some of it will be social media and some other things as well too. But I just wanted to come on here and share all these different things that we got, show you how you can learn for yourself every single day. There's lessons. I shared a little bit about what I learned, but there's lessons that are presented to you. It's like a book of lessons right in front of your face every day. Even just looking outside in nature, as I'm outside right now, you can learn so many things. But in your environment for yourself, you have an opportunity to learn so many different things. So just learn those lessons and see how you can apply it to your life to grow and to make yourself even better and more productive. So what's next for me? Last thing, I'm going to end with this for today, as we're at 10:09. I do stop by 10. I like to end on time. And even with this, I didn't want to drag it out when I felt that it was a point to end. And it was like, okay, Lord, it's time to end. We got to end. So last I'm going to say is yesterday when I said to you, all these things is not possible by me doing it on my own accord. Okay. I could feel good about a lot of things that I could say, I could do or whatever, but really, I can't do anything without him, without Christ. That's the essence of life. John 15:5 is one of my favorite scriptures. Basically, without him, we can do nothing. And that's the same way I feel about myself. Without him, I can't do anything. So yesterday, I kind of led you guys in a prayer of repentance and acceptance of Christ. And, hopefully you guys have a relationship with the Lord in that sense. But it's very simple and very easy to get started. Yes, there's a process of, afterwards that you want to build on your relationship. You want to be in a community and so forth. But you don't have to do much to get to that point. You have to just accept what he has already done for us. Okay, so I'm gonna end with this right now, and hopefully you guys have also given your lives to the Lord. But it comes to a point where you can give up on yourself and gain everything with Christ. All right, with that, be blessed. Thank you for watching 10 Minutes at 10, and watch for what's next. All right, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be greater, because with him we can do all things. You get better at what you keep doing. So remember, practice doing some really good things.